Okay, to make the board of this design, you are going to do it as follows. Start a new sketch, and we want to put the board down in this kind of groove that goes around. So you can click on any one of these surfaces here. So we just click on there. All right, that's now put a sketch in there, but we can't actually see in that surface at the moment. So we can, no problem for the minute. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to mark some points that we want to use. So we're going to click on the project geometry, which is going to put some points in or lines for us. So we're going to click now. Once that button has been clicked, we're going to click on that dot there. And then we're going to come down to the bottom right and we're going to click on the crossover point here. That's now put two dots in place for us. Now, if I show you what we're doing, I'm going to press right click OK to get out of the tool, or like we've been doing before, escape. So we're now out of the project geometry tool. And this time I want you now, with no tool selected, I want you to right click and press slice graphics. Now we can see inside where that routed groove is and the whole kind of plane at that point. And we can see these kind of cross points here. So I'm going to now click my rectangle tool, and I'm going to, now I can lock onto that corner, and I'm going to come down and come onto the bottom area and lock onto this corner like that. I've now got a rectangle, but it's still not wide enough to sit in the groove that I want it to be. So I'm next going to now press the offset button, and that can now offset. I'm going to now click on this tool, and you can see it can go in or out. And so push it out, and then I want you to tap in 3.5 millimeters. The whole groove is about 4 millimeters, so this gives us 0.5 millimeter of tolerance, and press enter. Okay, so that is now just going up to the edge. Can you see that little gap there? So I'm now going to finish my sketch like that, and you can see where this whole rectangle now goes. So now I can press the extrude button. I can select, if you could just select that, it's not bringing the center bit or that bit. If you go right to the outside, there we go, it selects the whole lot. Okay, that's going to go up. Yours will probably say 10. Make sure it's set to 9 millimeters. And importantly, rather than this button here being selected, which is just going to join itself to the piece below, we want this to be this button, a new solid, a completely separate piece of material. So make sure that you select that button, and then you can even rename it as kind of base board. That's a good name for it. And then you can click OK. Now that has gone up, and it's given us a 1 millimeter tolerance to go above it, and it's also given us a 0.5 millimeter tolerance around the outside. And that's your board, and the kind of the main part of your whole game designed, done.